said, you can call that, but that's not the number I'm calling from. That's not the number I gave you, and that's not the number this car is listed under. He goes, okay. And then he took my phone number down, and then he goes, I'm gonna have to talk to my manager. And I said, great. And an hour later, still haven't heard anything. I call back. We're still checking into it. I'm gonna call you back. And I said, okay, fine. An hour later, still two hours. And I said, screw it. We're breaking up. I'm done with this. So I took it elsewhere, and that was great. And $209 later, car's running great. So that was the start of my day, as I just wanted to kick a lot of dudes right in the shins. Right as kneecaps. That's BS, speaking as the daughter of a man who fixes cars. That's not how math or policy works. It's just poor record keeping and lazy excuses. Lurking and watching movies. Sergeant Major Skills, what movie are you watching? Do tell. So yeah, so that's how my day went. It was just arguing with a lot of duders. And then AAA comes out, and they're very kind, because I am a person who's standing there talking about my vehicle and how I had it all right there. It was last replaced April 2020. It shouldn't be doing this. It turned over. It worked just fine last week. It's not that the battery's failing. The battery must be dead. Can you also check these electrical cables? And I asked. Guy was happy to help. He was very nice. I had Damien come out so that once the car was running, I could run inside and get my purse, because it took a lot of tries. And he's like, this battery is dead. And I was like, dude, don't I know it? But if you can get it started, I can get it down to the shop. And he goes, let's get it started. And then I take it to the place that we take it, and they are very, very nice to me. Because it has my name on the car, and they're very nice. And the only thing that happens is when I give them my address, they pull up Damien's name first, because alphabetically Damien's name comes before Stacy's name if they look it up by address. But if they look it up by phone number, it shows up as me, and it's so nice. And then they replaced my battery, except they didn't reset the computer thing. So I was like, oh, hey, you got to do the thing. And the guy comes out and he's talking to me, and he's like, this is a great car. We're talking about cars, and he's not talking to me all rude like, cause I'm a girl. And I'm like, yeah, he's like, oh, you didn't take this to Ford? And I go, no. So I told him the story, and he goes, yeah. He's like, we get a lot of like women who come in, and we're asking them questions, and they're like, I don't know, my husband would know, he's in the car. And then they have to like yell at the husband to come in the car. He's like, but you walked in and you knew exactly what you wanted, so it was really easy. And I said, yep. Angel with an A, hello. I just want to be like, go ahead, Ford. Bill Damien, see if he'll pay for it. He doesn't take care of the maintenance on these cars. I take care of the maintenance on these cars. I'm the one who pays the bills around here. He's not gonna help you. Why are you looking at him? Look at me. I'm the one who's gonna help you. Don't look at him. Anyway, that's my rant. Thank you. You are the boss, right? D-Moon, I am the boss. And the more people who know that and understand that, the easier this will go for everybody. I'm the boss. It was also really funny because for the longest time, Damien couldn't even get off work to take, like if his car needed an oil change, we'd have to switch cars because it was harder for him to take off of work than it was for me to take off of work. Just like number of people in the office, statistically speaking. And so like the first 2 years that Damien had his car, not only is it registered under my name because I had the better credit, not only is it registered under my name, like I was the only one who take it to the shop. So like, why are they pulling up Damien's name? It's not gonna help him. Hubs is a mechanic and my Kia place still comes to me. Yeah, well, here's the other problem is I love my Ford Fiesta, but Ford doesn't make tiny cars like that anymore. So my next car isn't going to be I don't need like a tiny car, but I like the smaller cars. And Ford doesn't make smaller cars anymore. So I'm probably not going to get a Ford regardless. But also, I'm probably not going to get a Dodge because Dodge doesn't make small cars like they used to anymore either. But the problem is like when we lived across town, my old Ford dealership under the old Ford dealership leadership was very nice, and I had zero complaints, which is why Damien's car is also a Ford, because had a great deal, really liked it. But now it is a 2-hour drive to get my car changed, and that is too far to go for anything. And also it's under new leadership and they still have the same problems and they are very sexist. And I was like, gosh dang it. I like the smaller ones too, but hubby doesn't. Damien has a Ford Fusion. Damien's Ford Fusion is named Harrison BJ Ford. But I really like my Fiesta. Damien complains about it, but what does he know? What does he know? All right, let's mark off that road done. I'm being very careful about marking off finished rows because we can't afford another mistake. No more mistakes. All right. Anyway. That was my day. That's why I started off as grumpy. Because I'm the boss. Dang it. Probably because Hubs would tell them off. Probably. I like my car, but I do not like the service center. So I will, unfortunately, probably be no. I used to have a Fiesta when they first came out in 1983. Even had a moonroof. Ooh. I had a Fiesta when they first came back. I don't know if you guys remember, but Ford had a thing where they had 4 cars that got 40 miles per gallon or more on the highway. It was like a big year-long event, and I got one of those because it is a manual transmission with an automatic shifter. It is not an automatic transmission. Turns out that type of transmission does great in Europe and does not in America. So I've had the clutch replaced 3 times. It's not a lemon because they keep replacing it with a different type of clutch. Still a no-go. But they keep extending the warranty, so I don't really care. But they don't make them like that anymore because it was not a good decision. But I love it. And the only problem is, I think the only problem that I really would like to complain about is that when the battery gets disconnected, the automatic shifter computer resets. So like when I drove it from my house to the shop, I was like stuck in second gear the whole way because the automatic shifter didn't work. Luckily we live really close to the place I like, so that wasn't a problem. Mighty Loins, hello. I was like, oh, Mighty Lion. I was like, nope. Mighty Lion. Hello, how are you, my dear? How is it going? We're talking about my car, my baby. My baby. All right, knit 1. We're gonna slip, 3 slips, 2 slips, 3 slips. So it was an exciting drive down to the dealership. Yarn over 1, yarn over 1. But apart from that, I really do like my Fiesta. Its name is Gus Gus. It is bright. The color is candy blue, for those keeping track. When I was car shopping, I asked him which cars he has to fix the least. Kia was on the list. Kia has come a long way. When I was originally looking for a car, I did not go for Kia because at the time, Kia cars had a problem. This problem was they didn't come with a spare tire. You had to pay extra for that. And I did not want to have to find out what else I had to pay extra for. So we did not get a Kia. They have since become much more transparent about what is included and what isn't and what their maintenance deals are, and have really polished up the buying experience. But at the time, I was like, nope, college kid, can't afford surprises. Need to know what I'm getting into. Oops. Great Scout, we overshot. All right, so there's our 3. Oh, we overshot too much. Too much. Body, we gotta go back. All right, so knit. All right, let's go back. All right, so here's our slip, 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 slip knit. Let's work backwards. Here's our center stitch. Knit 1, slip, slip, knit, knit 1. Oh, we were right. Okay. Trust the process, Stacy. All right, so we have our knit, 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 slip, 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 knit. Knit 1, yarn over. Knit 1, yarn over. Knit 1. Slip, slip, knit. Knit 1. Slip, slip, knit, slip 2 stitches over. All right, back on track. Choo-choo. My big loins distracted you. I'm just talking. I'm just running my mouth. It's fine. I drive a Kia Soul and I love it. Glad you enjoy it. And they still don't. Oh no. Comes with a flat repair thing. Interesting. But at least, again, it wasn't a dirty secret that you found out after the fact. Like, the reason I found this out was because a friend of mine got stuck on the highway. No spare tire in trunk. Worst surprise ever. 0 out of 10 stars. Do not recommend. Do not need that kind of drama in my life. I did get mine used. Well, the older ones I don't think do, but the newer ones, they're, like I said, they're much better at least being transparent about what you get in the deal and what you don't. Because for a lot of people, depending upon what climate you're in, like a fix-a-flat is a perfectly fine thing to have instead of a spare tire. The problem here is there's so much construction that it's never just a nail in your tire. It's that tire is now shot. Because everything in Florida is large scale construction. So most tires can't be patched here. Also, again, Florida sun, your tire is more likely to bald and get cracked before it's gonna go flat, which makes tire blowouts on the road real fun experiences. And also very common. I've had a railroad spike in a tire? No. No, thank you. That's ridiculous. That's bananas. Railroad spikes. Anyway, enough about my car. How are you guys? I just asked for a spare when I left for my car. They put one in it. A tire blowout is less than fun. Correct. I haven't personally had a tire blowout. But I apparently seem to be near a semi truck when they're having a blowout fairly often, and I hate it. The guy that stopped to change a tire was a dummy. I showed him how. My thing is usually like, hey, I could change this myself, or I could sit inside in the air conditioning because I'm always in my work clothes. Like, instead of ruining my clothes in the heat, I would much rather call AAA. Also, we have road rangers down here. So depending upon, like, they're usually on the toll roads, the expressway and the turnpike. But if you're pulled over to the side of the road and they're driving by, they always stop to help you. So there's a very good chance that there is someone from AAA or a road ranger like 5 minutes away. And I would much rather call someone to come help me than, you know, wreck my hands and my clothes changing a tire, because I'm entitled and I pay AAA very good money to assist me. And I make all that money back every time my car has to get towed, and then some. But enough about me again. How are y'all doing? How was your day? How was your weekend? We didn't even talk about weekends. I hope everyone had a good one. D&D Sunday went great. That was very fun hanging out. That one is, should have just slipped that. That's our center stitch. Right? Yeah. Spun fiber all weekend to wrap up Torta Fleece. Heck yeah. KB posted her most glorious basket. The picture I asked for made me so happy when I looked at it. This one. This is all of KB Fiber's finished Torta Fleece. How gorgeous is this? 3,850 yards. That's bananas. We had a family barbecue date trip. I hope the weather was nice. That sounds delightful. Not including the bobbins. Naturally. I'm still digging that rainbow at the bottom. Very much. Yeah, when I said KB was a machine, I meant it. Spinning machine. Tequila is making me warm and fuzzy, and I like it. Rainbow's gonna be a woven scarf. Yes, that's gonna be gorgeous. So much yarn. I know, right? But it looks fantastic, and congratulations, KB, because that's a lot of yarn. I'd say I think you've outdone yourself, but honestly, knowing you probably haven't. You're probably gonna say something like, "It was a slow year for me," and I'll be like, "Someday." All right, there we go. 5 viewers. You should buy viewers from me, and I'm full up. Ban. Get out of here. You can't afford my prices. So there. Whack-a-troll. Pop. Hey, got him. All right. Oh, did I do a one? Yes, I did. Okay. You don't have the gift of sub, then ban roll? D-Moon, I can't. So Damien has a magic gift where he can get people to give him like what he wants. I don't know what it is. I can have an expired coupon and they'll tell me to get lost. And Damien will have an expired coupon and they'll be like, oh, it's okay. Just don't do it next time. But for everything. I don't have this. And this, I'm not even talking about like normal Stacy that you guys get. I'm talking about like when I turn on the charm and I'm like, I am so sorry. Is there any way that you can help? Like when I turn on the charm, still nothing. So I'm just like, fuck the charm. No. Yeah, Damien can get a lot of things. So he can get him to gift him a sub and then ban him. I could not. I think it's important to know your limits. I also think that I will never... I think that out of the two of us, Damien is more likely to be suckered than I am. So that just kind of feels like what goes around comes around, though. If I had to guess. All right, marking off that row. Yeah. Boop. Okay. Next row. Sleep. What happened with the battery? My car wouldn't start this morning and I needed a new battery. Ford was very unobliging in my request for information. Is the very short story of it. Hi, Mom. Everyone say hello to Damien's Gaming's mom. All right, yarn over. Knit one, yarn over. Let's see if we can get this lace back on track. Excuse me. Ford and I are fighting because Ford wants to put everything under my husband's name. It's not going well for them. But they keep trying, so you know. Hope they enjoy that. Everybody needs a hobby, I guess. Two together. Should have asked Damien to buy that tea. $13.95 and done. You know? So the number of times Damien's talked to someone and then like and they've given him the total and then Damien's been like, well, unless you can add any sort of friends and family discount, and then like gives them this wink and then they do it, boggles the mind. Ha ha ha, yeah, I wish I could. That's what they say to me. Well, you know, unless you want to add a friends and family discount on top of that. And then they do. And then they do. Knit 1. Slips of knit. All right, so far so good. It's lined up very well. Does Ford not believe women should be on the paperwork? They do not. Every time I take my car into Ford, they change it to Damien's name. They have to put in more work to make it more sexist. And then I'm there, and I would make a big old stink, and they change the car to my name. And then I come in the next time, back under Damien's name again. But I think that's just our dealerships. I haven't had problems with Ford in the past, but I am, well, that's not true. I think it's just that Ford's in our area. Let's put it that way. I don't think we live in a great area for women to know how to use cars. Anyway. Yeah, Damien can get people to do all sorts of stuff. But he won't. Because I'll be like, you should ask him, everybody, he'll like you. Everybody likes you. You should just do it. And he's like, I don't wanna. He never uses his powers for evil. The evil that I want. Let's put it that way. He never uses it for my evil. Only his personal agenda. It's very rude. It's no different here. When we bought our car, Ford only put his name on the title. We had it changed to the DMV. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry, that just boggles the mind. Ay. Jiminy. It would be a lot easier to hate them if they didn't make such nice cars. All right. Let's mark that row off. We're not going to make the same mistakes twice. For those of you just joining me, this is the third time we're knitting this section, so I'm going very slow and very deliberate. Going to do better this time. Gosh dang it. Third time's the charm. So help me. Love your nail polish color. Thank you. I got it done on vacation. It matches this. Also, it'll make you all very happy to know that my toenails are this color purple, because of course it is. We all got mani-pedis when we went up to Wisconsin. Nope, when we went up to Minnesota. Wrong Midwest square state. I was lamenting because they're growing out, so it looks really rough. But with the camera zoomed out, y'all can't see it, so that's great. But I have big old gaps at the bottom where the nail polish ends and where my nail starts. Oh, we don't have to talk about that. You can't see it. It's fine. I heard Ford stands for Found on Road Dead. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I haven't had any physical problems with my car. I do like my car. It's the service people that's the it's the help, you see. People are the problem. I would like to live in a commune where I only have Twitch people. That would be nice. Fix or repair daily. No, it's a 2011. It's doing me great. I don't have a lot of problems with it. The problem I have is when I need service, my only options are just dicks. So I just don't go to Ford anymore. The car's fine. It's the service department at the dealership that I'm like, cannot do this anymore. Love the way you knit. This is called flicking. And I probably don't do it quite right, but I do it sort of right. So the whole thought is, I'll go a little slower here. So the whole thought is you hold your yarn up here, just like if you were picking, where you have the yarn and you use the needle to pick the yarn. But this way, instead of the less you move your finger, the better. So you try and lever or flick the needle. I usually make it a little half and half, especially when I'm purling. I move my finger probably more than you're supposed to, but I'm letting the needle where I'm flicking it up and over do the work. So I'm holding it smushed between my hand down here, my middle finger and my thumb. And I like it for two reasons. One, I'm a very, very tight knitter. Like I used to knit chainmail. And I used to have to go up a stupid number of needle sizes to get stuff to fit. But forcing me to hold it a little further back and a little looser has fixed my gauge very nicely. So like before I used to knit like 6 and 7 gauge swatches before I started something. And now I only knit 1 or 2, and I'm usually on gauge for a lot of patterns, which is really nice. But also my hands don't hurt as much as I used to when I was a thrower. So I used to put it down and I'd hold my knitting very tight. And so I'd kind of keep it cupped in my hand constantly. So I wouldn't put the yarn down. So I'd keep it cupped in the back of my hand, but then have to keep picking it up and putting it down. And it made these last 2 fingers very stiff, and it made my whole hand very tight, and it made my knitting terrible. So if your hand hurts when you knit and you don't like how your knitting's looking, the moral of the story is try a different way to knit. Would not work. There would be civil war within 6 months of the commune. Frickster, I also don't think that you would want to join a knitting commune. I feel like you would need some like dude bro farm where like you have your own brewery and all you worry about is like making whiskey and sitting and drinking whiskey. I think our commune would be 2 working hands, sheep farming and growing our own veggies and all the things. I think you'd be like, there is not enough drinking here, too much work. And that's fair. There's a commune for everyone. But I'd really like it if your whiskey commune came and visited. Like, you'd come over and you'd bring the whiskey and we'd be like, have some wool. And then, like, that way you could keep your knitting going on. Like, we could make this happen. Maybe our communes would be across the lake from each other. So we'd, like, boat out and we'd have a luau on the lake. This is now 2 communes. I'm just making a city. This is defeating the purpose of a commune, I now realize. Anyway. What are you making? This is the Makariri shawl. Here's a link to the pattern. And it looks like Let me find you a picture. It looks like this. Here we go. So it's a triangle shawl, but it's off. It's not a full triangle. So you can tell there's the center seam and then one side flares out past the other. So it starts off very symmetrical and then quickly becomes not. Starting with the next section. Sorry. It looks like this when it's done. So it's kind of like an arrow effect. It looks kind of like a uterus right now, but that's fine. But the good news is, guys, so far, fingers crossed, so far this lace looks like lace and not like tripe. We're doing okay. We will soldier forward. All right, marking this row off. I can't wait to see it when it's done either, because I've knit this section multiple times and I'm determined to win. Going to win. D. Marie, hello. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the follow. I'm sitting here fluffing the floof for fun. Well, Fergster knits, so I don't want to say like not invited to the knitting commune, but I am like, I feel like we need to find Fergster a whiskey commune. Where the whiskey is. All right, we're gonna keep going. Can't falter now, gang. You have to help me through this. Help me, chatty one. Kid chatty, you're my only hope. This is not a perfect metaphor. Don't think about it too much. So in case you're interested, String Player is a fantastic streamer who is doing this as a knit along, and we're knitting along to one, it's a super cool pattern and I've wanted to do it, and two, we're knitting along to support String Player while we all knit, which is very fun because knit alongs are fun. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is where I'm nervous. This is the row where it all went to pot last time. You're knitting a pair of socks. Yes. I'm definitely pro team socks. All right. Yarn over, knit one. Slip, 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 knit. Gotta stay focused. Keep our head in the game. I can't even say it. Who am I kidding? Damien has a very funny story about one of his previous jobs was at a bank, and it was all women and he was the only male at the bank, and they were some interesting people. All walks of life, all nationalities, all crazy all the time. And he'd always come home with the funniest stories because these women were hilarious. And one of them had a very thick accent. I believe she was Colombian by trade. But she kept telling Damien that he had to focus. But she had problems with her O's. So she kept telling Damien that he had to fuckus. Damien, you must fuckus. He would just die every time. I haven't had whiskey since November. By choice? Or do we need to send you an emergency crate? Happy to. I'm just picturing like a whiskey emergency. By choice, then congratulations, Fergster. A+. Because I could not. What happened to the top you and Hinka were going to do? Hinka knit it. That's what happened. Hinka was going to do a knit along, but she ended up moving. So the timing didn't work out. And then String was planning this shawl, and I was like, I'll get him on the next one around. It's the Outline Tee by Jessie Made. I believe it's Jessie Made. I will still probably knit it. And it'll probably be on stream, but Hinka was going to do it as a knit along on her stream. She ended up moving, took a streaming break, so it didn't work out. So she went ahead and just knit it, and I was like, and it looks great. So A+. Didn't work. Did I do this right? 1, 2, 3, knit 1, yarn over. Hey, okay. So far, gang. Keep those fingers crossed. All right, yarn over, knit 1. I think the secret is I didn't have a drink last time, and I probably really needed one. Nice late summer colors. I do enjoy this. I wanted something a little bit more fall-ish. So the bottom here is Hannah Made It, spiced for her pleasure. Heck yeah. Double a corgi, or double a corgi. Hello. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the follow. And then the middle bit with the stripy section is Women Are Fierce by Cornbread and Honey. And then I'm using some good old Knit Picks Bear Hawthorne for the white. So it's supposed to be, the colors are supposed to be like orange and white and then save this as like the last color. But I actually like having it I like having the variety. I made a conscious creative decision to mix it up. So I did. Also, I have a lot of this white, so I wasn't too worried about running out of yarn. I could afford to get fancy with the spices. Also, I live in Florida, so we don't get fall. We have to manufacture fall. Which is why people in Florida go very hard on the holidays. Because the more Christmas decorations you see, the more Christmassy it will be. I hear. Hello and you are welcome. Come on in. We're hanging out. We're knitting a lace section. This is the third time I'm knitting this lace section. So hopefully third time is the charm. But I also can't talk tonight, so who knows? You live in Jacksonville. See? Too hot. Too hot. All right. So we're back. So we're at the end of the row. I always get nervous because this will tell me if our stitch count is off, if the pattern doesn't line up. So 1, 2, 3. Knit 1, yarn over. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. Another row. Seemingly safe. Beautiful. See, look, I'm being a very good person and I'm digitally highlighting as I go. For those of you just joining us one more time, this is the Makariri shawl. It is a free pattern. The link will take you straight to the pattern off of Aurora Knits' website. And I highly recommend that you guys check out the string player, who is thusly named because she plays stringed instruments, such as the cello on stream, and also plays with string, such as knitting. So this is her knit along, and we're all hanging out and joining in. And it's not too late. You can too. Because I think string player is like one more section ahead of me at this point. I'm knitting this very slow. I'm notoriously slow at knit alongs. This might be the one knit along I won't be too slow for. All right, slip one. Purl front. Purl back. Make sure our edge has plenty of stretch. I did not make sure my edge had plenty of stretch down here. It's a little tight. Specifically here. Here we go. On this side where I just changed colors, it's a little tight. But don't worry, that shit'll block right out. I hear. If I say it enough times, it must be true. All right, we're going to finish this row, and then I'm going to take a super quick break to run to the restroom. And then we're going to keep going. Either until this lace is done or until I cry. It's really hard to tell. It was TSP that told me the joke about Ford. I'll have to let her know. TSP's gonna come down and hang out in my Ford. Gonna drive around in the Blueberry. String Player and Hinka Knits are both coming down in September. And we are going to take over the world. Maybe. Maps. We are at least going to cause Damien a lot of grief, and that is great. I'm very excited. Damien doesn't know what he's in for. My poor husband is not going to understand the level of giggling that is going to happen. Like, he knows my sister and I get giggly when we get tired and we get riled up. He's used to this. He's not used to having 3 of us. He's used to having 2 of us. And he's not used to having 3 of us be giggly always. Because when String and Henka and I get together, just chatting in Discord, it's already just a laughter fest. String, were your ears burning? I was saying only nice things about you. We're working on your shawl. I mean, not your shawl, on your knit along shawl. And then I'm talking about how much we're going to torture Damien. As is only right. As is only right. Also, yes. I have a random yet funny question. Is this a good time to ask? Go for it. Do you know about the Mandela catalog? I don't. I asked you what like format it was in, and then I completely forgot to ask you more about it because I was on my car rant. I'm cuddling a Barnaby. Is it real cuddling or is it let me love you cuddling? Guys, the schnozberries taste like schnozberries. There's lines and little triangles, and this actually looks like a pattern. Could be okay. No, I'm saying I started to ask you about it and then promptly forgot because I got wrapped up in what I was talking about, which makes me feel like a dick. I would love to hear more about your art, though. Noseberries. It's a line from Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, where he's talking about the wallpaper, and he's like, the apples taste like apples, and the oranges taste like orange berries, and the schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Go pee. And then my husband walks by and goes, schnozberries, and then scares the shit out of me. Because he's a creeper. All right. Let's list this one off. Yeah, another row. Bam. You're catching up to me? String, I'm just trying to not screw it up again. So the row we just knit was the row I realized something was terribly, terribly wrong last time. So I'm very excited that so far it's going according to plan. It's a bit of a spoopy online thing where the alternatives are invading humanity. So alternates are like doppelgangers or humans, but with some minor or major differences. Oh, okay. Anonymous, thank you for that gift sub to the string player. What a bean you are. Appreciate it. All right. While you look at my beautiful, this is at this point, like, this is a thong for giants. I don't think I can call it a thong anymore. While you look at this beautiful thing, I am going to go run to the restroom. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're hanging out. There's this character that claims to be the angel Gabriel, but this is an alternate. Yeah, you said it was sus Gabriel, and I was like, oh, suspicious. Hair kerchief? Maybe? No, it's fine. We're going to run to the restroom. I'm going to run a super quick ad break. Guys, get up and stretch if you haven't. We're going to be right back. We're going to keep going. I'm not done yet. BRB. Mr. Shadow Paradox, have a great dinner. Thank you for telling me about it. I hope to see you again soon. Bye. All right, am back. I had to stop by and tell my husband, thanks for making the boss a drink. Because I'm the boss. For those of you who don't know and you are wondering who this Damien guy I keep talking about is, my husband is Damien's Gaming. He is a full-time streamer on Twitch. He normally plays World of Tanks, which I will be playing on Sunday for a bonus stream, unfortunately. Huntress! Didn't we just do this? I don't know, man. But it keeps happening. It keeps happening. Huntress, thank you so much for the 18-month sub. How are you doing, Bean? Is that porch almost finished? Or are you like, screw it, it's too hot, I'll wait for winter? Which is what I would say. Severus, thank you for the 100 biddies. A little corgi in my teacup. A little doge. Teacup doge. Exactly that. It's structurally done. Hashtag close enough. Close enough, club. Let me get my pattern pulled back up. I was just outside fighting with my shade tarp. It is structurally sound. We'll make pretty later. That's what I would do. Be like, man, ain't nobody got time for this. And that's why I have very little yard work done. Hope everyone's having a nice evening. You started stream and my net went, nah, bro, no Stacy today. Oh, no. Huntress, I went to go to work and my car said, nah, brah, we're not going nowhere today. So I know how you feel. Dak, thank you for the 50 betties. Yeah, my car would not start, which is not ideal, as it turns out. 0 stars, do not recommend. Which then was just a lot of fighting to get things taken care of. It was an all-day event, and I hated it. Posted a bobbin of the green I applied tonight. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look, shall we? Crafty. Ooh, this is delightful. What weight is this, Geo? Is this a DK? This is nice. This is nice. I'm beyond overdriving 30 minutes one way for $16 an hour and a crap load of everything to do on a daily basis. Hunters, you just described the struggle. This is the literal struggle. I'm tired of paying to have to go to work. I hate it here. I'd use it as a pillow. You probably could. This looks like a chunky bobbin. I was aiming DK 3 ply. Let me look. We'll just call it sport. That's fine. I love how tonal this is. I love the lights and the darks in this. This is really pretty. A+, gold star. Yes, yes, this I like. Sport it is. All right, knit 2. All right, gang, we got to keep this momentum. I'm going to assume that you guys and this tequila are my lucky charm, and I still have tequila, so you can't leave me yet. We have to keep knitting. We have to make sure I get through this lace section. am worried. You have to say focused. Must stay focused. I struggle to spin thicker. I also have that problem. Usually if I want to spin thicker, I just do more plies. Like, my favorite thing to do is 4-ply sock weight, 4-ply fingering weight. I can do a 3-ply DK, but anything past that, I just need to add more plies. Because I hate how it looks after that. Got rose wine, or rosé wine. Or is it rose wine? I feel like if anyone was going to have actual rose wine, it would be KB. Like wine made from roses instead of just a rosé, like us commoners drink. Why can I never find my wraps per inch cards? You and me both. You and me both. I finally got fed up of not being able to find a tape measure, so I bought 5 of them. Cannot find. Still lost to time and space. My brother made it. Ooh, KB, y'all are fancy. All right, here's... Oh, okay, so let's go back. Great Scott, we overshot. All right, so yarn over. Knit 2, knit 1. Oh. Did we knit too far? Maybe we knit too far. Let's go back. Guys, I'm really worried I fucked it up. I'm terrified I fucked it up is what the problem is. All right. Let's go back to our last known position. So yarn, so knit 2 together. Knit 1. Knit 2 together. Yarn over, knit 2. So it lined up. So far. So far. Cheers. Cheers. Dink. This is a nice tequila drink. When I got up to do my stretch break, bathroom break, I told Damien, thanks for making a drink for the boss. He just shook his head at me. And it's never not funny. I'm convinced there's a wild whip card, a wraps per inch card goblin. That's a very specific goblin. Because normally I'm just like, shrug the borrowers. But this is a very specific demon you have in your house. I'd get that exercised if I were you. It did tickle me pink when I did reread The Borrowers as, I think the last time I read The Borrowers, I was in college because I loved that book as a kid. And I think I ended up rereading it in college, and I laughed when I went back to reread it. Because the first thing the borrowers steal is a crochet hook off the bottom shelf. It's the first thing they steal in the book. And I was like, that seems exactly correct. Very on brand. All right, knit 1, knit 2 together. Yarn over, knit 2. Guys, this is... So far, this has been panning out. Yes, but this goblin has all the wraps per inch card we're all missing. That's what I'm saying. Like the borrowers will steal a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and eventually they have to give something back because that's the whole point, right? They have to return something to take something else. They just borrow it. They don't keep forever. You have a goblin stealing demon hoarder with the sticky fingers and a loot cave somewhere. I think you need to exercise it. Have you considered burning it down and starting anew? I'll never forget when we first bought our house, the first time I found a wasp's nest, because the mud daubers are really common around here. So it's only tiny, tiny wasp nests, right? Still demon bug, but small, start small. The first time I found a wasp nest here, I was like, Damien, we have to move, burn it down. It's infested, no longer safe for consumption, must leave. And then I made him go out there and deal with it, because I will smush every bug known to man, but not the wasps. No, none of those for me. I send my best knight after them. I often consider burning it down and starting anew. I have a wooden one around here. What I need to do is get one of those wooden ones that has like a little chain or a hook on it, and find a way to just hook it to my spinning wheel so it's always together. I have not figured out how to do that yet. Wheel might be too compact to chain things to it is the problem. I don't know what's going on here. Let's fix that. Tomorrow, I almost forgot that I had signed up for this, actually. I'm gonna humble brag for a minute. Tomorrow, I get to go to Epcot and play. Disney's doing a very fun thing for the 50th anniversary called Iridescent Evenings, because E-A-R, like Mickey ears. Iridescent is the official color of the 50th anniversary. So basically everything is just rainbow, pastel, and gold, and I'm really not mad about any of this. But they are having these things called iridescent evenings, and there's like 20 of them, and every cast member gets to sign up for one, and you get like 5 free hours at the theme park after it's closed to day guests to just go and ride all the rides and eat all the food. And I'm very excited. Tomorrow night is ours. It's from like 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Almost stay up past my bedtime. Thursday's stream might be gaming stream. Stacy might be tired. But I am very excited because we're going to go ride all the things. We're gonna ride the Guardians of the Galaxy ride again, because that ride is so good. We're gonna ride the new Ratatouille ride, because Damien hasn't gotten to ride it, but I have. That's the same ride that is in Disneyland Paris. It is very cute and very fun. And then I just look forward to being at a theme park when it's not 6 billion degrees outside. That will also be fun times too. And with any luck, I'll get Damien to move his beehole so we can make it there in time to see the fireworks and then stay for the party. Fiber Mage, love you! And your face. How'd your dying day go? I'm sorry I couldn't watch on Discord, but I hope it went well. Wait, did you have a dying day? Did I get dates mixed up? I don't even know anymore. Mage, I love you. I hope you're doing fine. I remember reading an announcement in your channel that you had a dying day, but now thinking back on it, I think it was old. It was old. Okay. Hey, congrats on finishing your Tour de Fleece yarn. How did Tour de Fleece go for you? Was it a personal success? For those of you who don't know, in the spinning community, for those who spin wool into yarn, was Tour de Fleece. And it basically what happens is you spin yarn every day the Tour de France rides. So you set a personal goal and see if you can meet or beat it. Met all my goals. Aw, yeah. Woo. I'll post pics. I would love to. I would love to see the pile of things that you spun because you spin like mage. You spin like KB spins like a monster. So I'm sure you have a ton of yarn. All right. Let's mark these 2 rows off and let's take a look. See what our damage is so far. There was a spider on my leg. Oh no. No, thank you. I mean, it still looks like a pattern. It's got these little triangle bits in it, so I'll take it. It still looks like it looks like lace on purpose, so I'm going to keep going. It was at this point last time I was like, this is not anything anymore. I'm okay with spiders, I just don't want them touching me. Look, the spiders and I have a very serious deal. They stay up there and I stay down here and no one gets hurt. And so far, this understanding has worked great. 10 out of 10 would collaborate with spiders again. Guys, do you ever just wonder what you're doing with your life sometimes? Okay, I'm going to knit 2 together right off the bat. Oh, promptly unknit. Reknit. Knit 1. Yarn over. 2, 3. Knit. So far so good, guys. I think you might have helped me break the lace curse. I say might. It's too soon to tell. Me and the spiders here don't have that agreement. If you It's been a learning curve. Not everybody made it. Not everybody made it. But the spiders that remain, we have an understanding. Also, it really helps that if the spiders get to like doorknob height and below, one of the cats will chew on them. So that's very helpful. Definitely helps control the spider population. Although I will say my cats are very lazy, they've never presented me with a dead spider as a prize. And I don't know whether to be relieved or upset about this. None of my cats bring me prizes. We have like little teeny tiny lizards here. Oh, we overshot. Yarn over knit one. Yeah, okay. I have found tiny half chewed lizards downstairs before, but none of them bring them to me. It's always a terrible surprise the next morning. I should probably be thankful, but also, aren't they supposed to worry that I'm not getting enough dead things, so they bring me more dead things? Isn't this a thing cats do? My cats are defective. Might be because I secretly trained them to be dogs. Let's see. Yarn over knit one, yarn over knit one. So slip, slip, yeah. Slip, 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 knit. Posted? Heck yeah. I'll take a look in just a second. Bergster, who'd you come here to hang out with? I think I think your sentence got cut off. Two, three. All right, so let's see how the end of this row is supposed to go. All right, knit one, yarn over. Speaking of Epcot, I can hear fireworks going off right meow. Slip, slip, knit, knit front and back. Y'all. That was a wait, and it was totally worth it. I only came here to hang out with all y'all. Well, Fergstar, hope you're enjoying hanging out. And you made salsa. It's even spicy. I did enjoy having a conversation about Midwestern spicy versus Southern spicy with someone at work. Because I was talking about, oh, we went up to the Midwest and it was so nice. And I had said we had spiced something, and they're like, oh, that sounds really spicy. And I was like, it's Midwestern spicy. It's nothing like some ranch dressing can't handle. It's not the same. Oh my gosh, Mage. Yes. All right, hang on. All right. Sorry, I'm also keeping an eye on Damien's chat. Okay. First things first. Hashtag priorities. KB's cat. This is her current view. This is precious. It has green chilies in it. Oh, so it has a bit of spice. Oh. All right. Now that the cats have been established. Mage's salsa. That looks... Mage, you always have like a peasant plate and it makes me so happy. It's like chips and salsa and a sandwich and fruit. If I could just eat bread and fruit and cheese for every meal, I would be so happy. And all the mage stuff. All right, so this was Mage's goal of 3 100-gram braids and then this. And look at all the things got done up. I like how you labeled them. This makes me very happy. 2 matching rainbow skeins. Heck, rainbow is a very mage trademark, so I do appreciate staying with this. I'm really liking how these two are really looking nice. It's a self-striping 4-ply. I'm liking this. Mage, this is gorgeous. A+. So nice. And then posted close-ups of all the yarn if you guys want to see it. This is a money shot, though. This one. Money shot. A+. I'm glad Tour de Fleece went well for you. This makes me very happy. All right, so let's slip. We're going to purl front and back, and we're going to keep going. I think y'all are my lucky charm, so we're just going to have to keep knitting lace together. That's how this works now. I've tried to knit this lace section twice off stream, and both times not great, so I think it's just chat. You are all my prisoners. What are y'all working on tonight? You guys just putting your feet up and hanging out and watching me? Or are y'all working on stuff? I mean, KB and Mage need to put their feet up because they spun all the things for Tour de Fleece. 520 yards. Hell yeah. Congrats. Yeah. Still knitting a cardi. Heck yeah. Cardi party. My next big knit will be a cardi. And now having a soak. I would like to imagine you soaking your feet as well as the yarn soaking. This feels like, I mean, not together. They can be two separate bins, but I feel like you both should put your feet up. Eating my weight in chips and salsa. Oh, yeah. Speaking of eating your weight, Damien made me his famous woman catching spaghetti and meatballs last night. For those of you playing the home game, this was the meal Damien first made me on our first date. That did not go very well. But it's one of my favorite dishes he makes, period. And he made it for me the night before I left for my trip. So I got a plate of spaghetti and then he ate the leftover. He made a full double batch. Made it the night before I left and then ate the rest the whole time I was gone on my trip. And I was pissed because I wanted some of the spaghetti meatballs because I'd been craving it. And he ate all of it. The monster. So last night he made another batch so that I would get to sample some of it. He still ate it for dinner earlier, which is rude. But after stream, I get me some more woman catching spaghetti meatballs. I'm working on 2 projects so far, knitting an infinity scarf and a log cabin shawl. Ooh. It sounds like you will be very warm and squishy very soon. Dirty? I didn't ask you what you were doing. You were napping. No explanation required. Are you gonna come say hi or are you just gonna chirp at me? This cat's just talking at me. Oh, speaking of this cat that's talking at me, I caught a picture of her chasing her tail the other day. Let me see if I can get this uploaded. This is a real nice video. Let's get a little less messy. There we go. Let me get to this posted onto the Discord so I can share with all of you. This might be the cutest video I've ever taken of this cat. Let that load. Dirty. You good girl? She's my step kitty. I inherited her. She's our oldest cat. And you can tell she's getting really old because she now sleeps like the dead. The other night, she was asleep and Damien went over to the chair and he was worried that she had just... Like, she was so dead to the world. Damien thought she might actually be dead and was very nervous walking over to her. And I can laugh at it because one of the dogs I used to have was 21 when she passed. So an old dog. And she slept so hard that like one time I went up to her and I like picked her up and she just limped back down. And I thought she was dead and I started crying and I called Damien. The dog died and he's like, what? And then the dog looked up and was like, what? And I was like, never mind, it's a miracle. She's fine. So this cat is also starting to sleep real hard. And she got Damien the other day. It was really funny. All right, this is my dirty girl. She loves to chase her tail. But only if you're not looking. So I had to like take a picture like through the microphone over the spinning wheel. I love this stinking cat. Y'all want to see it again? It's real cute. One more time. I like how she looks to one side and doesn't see it, so she looks to the other side. She especially liked to do this at our old apartment in the bathtub, which was hilarious. Hardy Pepper to live to 21. Oh, this dog lived forever. It was a little dachshund. It's a very sassy little dachshund. But she was my baby. She was my first baby. That dog and I were the same age. My parents got her when the year I was born. It was very emotional. Guys, it looks like lace. This is very exciting to me. All right. Anyway. Moving on. Let's get this row marked off. We're doing it, you guys. It's happening. All right. We're going to keep going. Y'all are my lucky charm. We can't stop now. It actually looks like it's supposed to. It's got, look at this. You guys. This is very exciting. I don't know what happened last time, but it did not look like this. I have a dog named Weebo. She's deaf and we think she's going blind. She's precious. Dogs aging gets so funny. They get these super cute little quirks. I love it. Dirty is becoming nearsighted, which is very common for cats. But it's funny because you can put stuff like right up under her nose, and if her whiskers don't touch it, she's just like, I don't know, man. So you go to pet her and she flinches away, so you just got to grab her. It's very cute. Just trust me, it's fine. Don't worry, she likes it. We almost made a mistake. Let's triple check. Slip one, front and back. Knit two together. Yarn over, knit one, yarn over. Knit two, knit one, knit two. Yarn over, knit one, yarn over. Knit two. Okay. We're still going good. Knit one. Two. My baby cat Pearl though, oh, she is my baby. The middle cat Pearl and I have had very serious conversations where I have told her that she must live forever. And I don't think she understands. I don't think she knows. Weebo, that's the name of one of the robots from Flubber. From the Robin Williams Flubber movie. I don't know how I know this, but I know it to be true. Time to go. Love y'all. Mage, enjoy the rest of that chips and salsa. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello, and I hope you have a lovely evening. All right, we're coming up on that middle stitch, but not yet. Oh, that was the middle stitch. Let's go back. Yarn over, knit one, yarn over. Oh, okay. We're doing good. Home purse, hello. We are knitting the Makariri shawl. Let me go ahead and get you a link. This is a knit along for our friend, the string player. It's a free pattern. If you click the link, it'll take you straight to the pattern page. Excuse me. We're knitting the lace section, and this is the third time I'm knitting the lace section, but I'm marveling that it's actually looking how it's supposed to this time. So I am cautiously optimistic. I think y'all are my good luck charms. Certainly not Dirty, who's abandoned me in my time of need. Just drawing tonight. Blue patch came on that I can't fully shift. Aw. I hope that I get some art therapy. Hey, can you stay here for 2 minutes so I can ask you something? That was at 8 p.m. Did you get Midwestern goodbye'd by your mom? It was a trap. My mom who lives with me. Oh no. Oh, that's just sounds like Stacy when Stacy used to live at home. I would come home from work at the end of the night and I'd have to make it past my mom and my dad and my sister in order to finally get back to the bedroom to change. And it was anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending upon how late it was. Hydrate. I don't suppose you mean with more tequila. So here's some water. Cheers, KB. I have to go work. And she's like, 2 minutes, I swear. Lies. As a trap. Oh, family. You're so fickle. Let's see. Knit 2, knit 1, knit 2. Yarn over, knit 1. Yarn over. Knit 2. Yeah. I don't know, guys. So far it's working out. It's working as intended, and I don't know how to feel about this. Very excited. Artnit, I'm glad you survived. Don't go out. Don't go out there. It's not safe. Stay here in the commune. We're safe. Oh no. Oh no. Panic now. All right, let's try that again. Now I'm going to do the work tomorrow during my other job. I mean, part of me's like, yeah, and the other part is like, well, dang it. Ray's Crafty Cafe, hello, my dear. How are you? How goes it this fine evening? Haven't gotten to chat with you in a while. I hope it's going well. Tired and sore, but otherwise good. I'll take it. Otherwise good still counts. Just got done with work. Oh, well, come put your feet up. Put your feet up, relax. We're hanging out. We're attempting real hard to knit this lace. So hard to knit this lace. Dealt with so many asshats that I want to strangle someone. Yes. We know exactly how you feel. Thorns and Thread, hello. Pokemon Pearl, hello. The gang's all here. It's a very fun night indeed. This is the Makariri shawl by Aurora Knits. It's a free pattern. And if you go to this link, if you go here, it's a free pattern. That link will take you straight to the PDF for it off of Aurora Knits' website. It is a knit along that I am participating in, hosted by the string player, our dear friend of stream. So we are knitting along. If you would like to see more of this shawl, in fact, she's further than I am. So if you'd like to see way more of this shawl, I cannot recommend the string player enough. Fantastic party times. String plays stringed instruments like the cello, as well as playing with string. Soft Goth Love! It's a party now! Hello, my dear. How are you? Thanks for bringing everybody in. 13 Disciple. Oh my. Well, hello, my beans. Come on in. Hey, gang. How's it going? We are knitting on this shawl. Partay. How's everybody doing? It's one of those stupid IDs. We ID the whole party because it's policy. Large groups are the worst. That's too many people. There should not be that many people allowed in a large group. Hi, welcome in, Raiders. How's everybody doing? Thanks for being here. We're gonna give a shout out. We had a double raid. So first I'm gonna give a shout out to Soft Goth Love. Fantastic crafter, specifically a huge fan of their embroidery cross-stitching skills. So if you do not follow them, you absolutely should. We're also gonna shout out 13 Disciple. Who is primarily a World of Tanks streamer, but also does these fantastic miniature painting streams that I love so much. In fact, if you are from the World of Tanks community and you would like to see me play World of Tanks very poorly, make sure you drop a follow, because Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I have to play a World of Tanks stream as a punishment. I mean, as a reward. For our charity stream, our goal for meeting our charity goal was I have to do a full World of Tanks stream. So I will be Deputy Cheese Chucker for the night, Sunday night. Wait, what? Yes, D-Moon. Yes. As your koi, hello? Hello, hello. Thanks for being here, Raiders. I hope everything's going well. How do you wear shawls when you are done? I always think they look so pretty, but not sure I would really wear them. I love to wear them as like an infinity cowlie bit, but very low and drapey. Just knitting here. I don't have a visual aid. I can't help you. Mr. Mangry, hello. It will be cheese chucking time. I will be using my husband Damien's Gaming's deputy account to play all the things. I love shawls. When I work, I use them to play peekaboo with my students sometime. I'm assuming your students are very small. Otherwise, I would like you to please explain to me how you play peekaboo with adults. I learned to wear them because I liked showing off. I have high-rise skirt that I tuck into the front so it looks like a cowl. Oh, there you go. I wear them when we dine out because of air conditioning. Yes. When I'm in the office, I wear them kind of scarfy cowl-like. But I love wearing the larger ones with the sundress and then just draping them over the shoulders to keep like your back warm. Because I live in Florida, so it's a billion degrees outside and then 55 to 60 inside. So it's very, very chilly. Silly adults with their object permanence. It works for toddlers and for drunks. Guys, the lace looks so good. They're 3 to 5, so I toss it over their face and make them giggle. I mean, to be fair, if someone threw wool at me, I would also giggle. Have done so, in fact. I need a super pretty one in pink and white to go with my flamingo dress. Heck yeah, you do. That just sounds like an excuse to buy yarn right there. I think you should get right on that. I'd support it. I'm also a very big enabler, so I'm warning y'all now. If you tell me that you want something, I will find a reason for you to do it. Craft Creature, thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here today. With green glass beads, hell yeah. But I'm broke. But you know what's coming up? Christmas. Or a birthday. Definitely Christmas. So I think that you should pick out what you want and drop very not so subtle hints to those you love. Just saying. My husband has this problem where he constantly tells me of things he wants and then he just buys them for himself. And I'm like, Santa will get you nothing. Nothing. Ask Sarcastic Nineball a question. Will ever not be hot. No, Huntress. No, it won't. All right. Y'all may have a magic 8-ball, but I have a sarcastic 9-ball, and this thing has like a 97% accuracy rating. So let's ask the all-knowing, all-being 9-ball. Dear sarcastic 9-ball, will Huntress ever not be hot? Good luck with that. Hot forever. I'm sorry, Huntress. Have you considered burning it down and moving to a cooler location? Your answer is good luck with that. I love that ball. So, no, correct. It is going to be a shawl. This is going to be the Makariri shawl. We are doing it as a knit along. Let me pull up a full-size picture of it if you guys would like to see what it looks like if you don't feel like clicking the link. It looks like this. Here we go. So it's triangle-ish. It eventually gets offset. So one side does end up being larger than the other. But I like it because it starts as a point and it has this fun little arrow bit at the back. And it's really pretty. I sent a link to Hubs of something I want for my birthday and he said, hint, hint, nailed it. That's how you do it. Some people need practical advice, and some people need very specific gift-giving ideas. And there's no shame in that. Get collecting personal cooling devices. So these colors are Hannah made it, H-A-N-A, made it in Spiced for Her Pleasure, which is her pumpkin spice theme one year. Women Are Fierce by Cornbread and Honey. And this is some good old Nitpicks Bear. I think it's Hawthorne, if I'm not mistaken. I dislike heat. I dislike heat, but I live in the wrong place because I married Florida man. And in Florida we shall stay. I have chosen poorly. But I get to touch his butt anytime I want, so that's really nice. Just got back to Cali from New Mexico. Oh my gosh. So you're like, I am never leaving the house again. Oop, that was terrible. I'm trying to highlight the pattern and it did not highlight well. Made poor life choice. All right. That's better. Okay. You're on a right side, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't have air conditioning. No. I have fans going constantly because airflow is better than nothing. Yes. We have to have AC here. It is just too hot not to. But not everyone has heating is our trade-off. Although you don't really need it. It was 95 today, which for my area was pretty close. no one has AC and it's way too hot. That's just too hot for everyone. Too hot. Cannot compute. Two, three. All right. Is this right? Yeah. Okay. Moving air is better than stagnant air? Yes. Also, moving air against a sweaty body feels much better than just stewing in your own juices. R.I.P. anyone who just ate dinner. Sothgoth Love and 13 Disciple, if you're still here, I do apologize for not giving you proper attention. How'd your streams go? How is life? Hope you are well. Thank you again immensely for bringing your folks by. If you had to leave, I assume you're cleaning up from your stream and or eating, so I hope you enjoy that. Because that's what I do. I end stream and then I go get food. Always. On Saturdays, I get food and a nap. Is best tradition. A tornado cooled everything down here, so yay. Pokemon Pearl, what? Do you live? I didn't think you lived in a tornado-y place. What happened? Also, y'all need to put some ice packs in the freezer and then wrap those in a towel and put them on like the small of your back and the back of your neck, because that's real nice. We border Tornado Alley? Do you really? I guess I didn't realize Tornado Alley extends that far west. I thought it was only the plains. I didn't think it got into the mountainy area. Let's see. Is this our center spine? This is our center spine. Let's do our fancy center stitch. There's Dixie Alley too. I thought Dixie Alley was just a fancy name for the Bible Belt. You know what we did? We put an extra yarn over in there. I know I did, and I don't want to screw it up again. So we're gonna go. It's the Western Tornado Alley. Really? Tornadoes might put out the fire in California, or just make a fire-nado, which is the exact opposite of what y'all need. Is just fire that moves faster. All right, so let's go back and take out that extra yarn over. So we have our slip sub knit, knit 1, yarn over, knit 2. Here we go. Taking no chances with this lace. Sharknado might be useful. Well, Sharknado would drop water, so that sounds very useful. For a very long time in my cubicle at work, I had a printout of a tweet that said, just remember, someone once pitched Sharknado in a movie meeting and they liked it. So the next time you think you have a bad idea, speak up anyway. And it brought me a lot of hope. I liked it very mucho. Because water, then the shark might get cooked by the fire. Heard it's chewy. This is getting very deep very fast. It is a fish. I hear it's the land sharks you have to be careful with, though. I don't think my bit cup is working. Let's refresh just in case he's... I tried shark once. It was not even a bit tasty. I don't think shark is very tasty. Generally speaking. Because isn't the whole point is they make shark fin soup and then dump the rest of the shark back overboard because the rest of the shark is not great. And maybe it's just not great. They are like the alligators of the ocean, and gator doesn't taste great either. It's very tough. If you've ever wanted even tougher chicken nuggets, welcome to Gator Tail. You're like, this chicken is too tender. I know. Gator. I always secretly thought that the people who really like gator are the people who like their steaks well done, and those people should not be allowed to order steaks. I should say extra well done, and those people should not be allowed to have steak. That's my mom. Beat the gator with a meat mallet. This sounds like animal cruelty. I don't generally promote animal cruelty on stream, but I really hate gators. So maybe it would be dead first. I would rather it not. It's fine. I live in Florida. I can say this. Florida woman denounces all gators. All right, we're gonna slip, knit one. Yeah. Still continue to have the correct number of stitches. Still continue to amaze myself. I used to live in Florida. Congratulations on getting out. I'm very jealous. I used to not live in Florida, but now I've married Florida man. Am stuck here forever. Florida man doesn't like going where it's chilly. Got out because my mom married a military dude. I'm jealous of Florida's lizards, but that's about it. Florida does have some great lizards. We have those teeny tiny, we looked it up. They have a name. I don't know. The little teeny tiny lizards. They're great. Love them. So cute. They're teeny tiny eggs. They bounce if you drop them. They're so bouncy. So cute. They do their little lizard dance. Anoles, yes. There are anoles everywhere. Love them. Also, in the Florida Keys, you get full on, I think are they monitor lizards? No. Pokemon Pearl is resident lizard expert. Florida Keys lizards. "18 most common types of lizards in Florida." Oh no. That's too many. What do we have? We have Nile monitors, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Green iguanas. We have full-on iguanas all over the Florida Keys, and they like to sun on the docks, and then as soon as you walk up, they dive into the water, and then they do their little swim it dance. Yes, green iguanas. I love them. We do have geckos here, but and skinks. The skinks are super cute. They're hard to find though. The anoles are usually what you see. Those ballsy bastards, the anoles. Sitting on the dock of the key. They're not really on the bay, though. Of the inlet, that just doesn't have the same thing. I shared a bunk bed with one? I always like the stories about... I don't like that it happens to the poor lizards because they're very cute and they deserve nice lives. They personally haven't wronged me in any way, apart from running under the car when I'm trying to leave and then me having to scare them back out of the car so I can go. But every time it gets cold, there's always a story about how it's too cold and because lizards are cold-blooded, so people wake up first thing in the morning and they scare the lizards and the lizards move too slowly and they all fall out of the trees. It's very funny to me. They're fine. The iguanas are all fine. They just are very tired. People have to watch out for iguanas falling from trees. Yes! It's never not funny. It happens every year, and every year people are surprised by it, and it just makes me laugh. At first, I thought you were talking about the Legend of the Hidden Temple teams. R.I.P. Those were the days. Like drop bears, but not. But not. If we use land animals the way we use fish, there would be an uproar. I mean, we kind of do. You just don't hear about them. I would love a gecko. Fergster, come to Florida. We'll catch you one. It'll be real nice. We overshot again. Let's go back. That middle one's supposed to be a slip. Well, I think I forgot to slip it a couple times. Don't tell anybody. It made it here on the news in the Pacific Northwest. It happens every winter. It's not news. I mean, granted, it only happens like 1 or 2 days out of the year. Because it's very rare that Florida gets that cold. But once a year, there's always freeze watch. And it's some poor guy standing out in the middle of an orange field watching farmers put little blankets around all the roots of the trees so their crops don't freeze. It's a very strange thing. Is the freeze a big deal? Yes. Do I need to watch the weatherman standing out in the field freezing his nuts off? Watching the thermometer go down? No. No, I do not. But, you know, job security. I hope he has a great time out there. D wants to know what love is? Are you talking about my husband? Are you talking about my weirdo husband? I am off the clock. It is somebody else's turn to watch him. I was watching a video on hermit crabs as pets. There's no regulation at all. It's crazy. Are hermit crabs like widely spread? So if one gets out, there's not a problem with it? Is there like a secret underground hermit crab problem going on? Like an underground hermit crab ring? I say underground, but really it should be an underwater hermit crab ring. Now I'm just picturing like illegal hermit crab farm found. Owners claim to know nothing. Okay. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows left, gang. We can do it. We can do it. But first, I'm going to drink more tequila. Fergster, I would argue we have machines plowing up everything. I don't think that is our problem. You can do it, and we'll do it. Yeah, KB believes in me. The spinning matriarch said so. Yeah. All right, here we go. We have to focus. All right. We're gonna knit 1, knit 2 together. All right. Knit 1, knit front back, knit 1, knit 2 together. Yarn over, knit 1. Yarn over. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yarn over, knit 1, yarn over. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. Knit 1, yarn over. Hope y'all are having a great evening. If y'all are just stopping by with the raid, thank you so much for coming, and furthermore for hanging out. It's very weird here. I'd say things are normally this strange, but they are. So, you know, there's that. But I'm glad you're here and hanging out. I hope you're having a nice evening. I hope you're putting your feet up and relaxing. It sounds like everyone's had a very rough day today. But it's nice because it's not just you. Because there's nothing worse than you're like, is it me? No, everyone had a rough day today. Today was BS. Forget about it. We're going to all start again tomorrow. It should be... If it wasn't going to make it one day further away from the weekend, I'd say we should have a do-over. Screw that. Straight on to Wednesday. Let's get this nonsense over with. I started my day out with my car not starting and ended it paying $200 for a new battery. So, right there with you. Today was BS. I would like a refund. Yarn over, 1 yarn over. Yeah. I'm very nervous, guys. Because at first I was like, yeah, we're so close to the end. We can do it. And now I'm like, we're so close to the end. Don't fuck it up.